Hey friends, welcome back to another video. This is part 2, and in the last video, if you have not seen that, I will try my best to link it below, but this is what I tackled in the last video. I tackled the front porch, our front of our house, trying to get everything pressure washed and clean, all the pollen removed, all of the gnats and bugs and spider webs and bees nest. We are fighting bees terrible, but just worked all day long. This was Saturday the 25th and just worked all day long. I was wore out by the end of it, but I felt great when it was completed. But I worked on also cleaning off all of the furniture and pressure washing. Everything was clean by the time I put everything back up on that porch. So it felt really good. It was gross and disgusting and needed it because it's summertime and I'm off of work. So I want to be able to go outside and enjoy my porch. And I can't do that with my allergies with all that pollen. So I wanted to get that removed. And so this was what we did in the first video. With the help of my family giving me assistance, we got this completed on that Saturday, and we left off with starting to work on the back patio, which is what we're going to get into today, my friends. So let's get started. Okay, friends, so I continued to work on this evening and just tried to get as much done as I possibly could. My husband was on his way home from a golf tournament, and so I finished the back side of the house, what I could reach. And then when he got home, he took over, and we had just enough time in the evening to where he was able to finish this section of the patio. Before we ended up, we had to go inside because we knew it was going to storm, and we were trying to race to get as much done as we possibly could. But we got this section done, and then we were forced to go inside because of a awful storm, which I'm going to share with you. Holy catfish. Okay, well, it's raining now, and lots of lightning. Big storm, holy cow. Okay, as you can see, that was a pretty big storm. And our girl here, she was scared. And she ended up jumping up on my lap. What's hilarious. She thinks she's a lap dog. I love her to death. Okay, friends. So this is now on Monday morning, Memorial Day. I woke up bright and early. And my daughter and I, actually, she rode to town with me. She got home from work and stayed awake because there was things that we were trying to get done before she had her memorial get together with her friends at our house on Tuesday. So I was really wanting to get all of the porch done before this event. So the porch is completely cleaned, and I wanted to get the patio completely cleaned before I started decorating on the front porch. But we had got up, and when she got home, she rode to Walmart with me, and I was able to pick up some things for the get together, and then I was able to purchase some new cushions for my chairs, which I will show you here in a little bit. But yeah, I just got up after I got back from the store, and I just immediately got to work because there's still over half of the patio was still left to get complete. My son, he came out and he helped me we kind of like squeegee the water off of the patio, because if it lays there, the dirt that's in the water just seems to get back down in the grooves of the concrete. So he helped me get a lot of the water off to kind of keep it clean. And then we moved this cabinet back down underneath of our porch. And my son, he did help with the underneath of the porch because I had already pressure washed the porch and then worked on the patio. And so he was so kind enough to, when I asked him if he would at least do the bottom, he did the bottom half before his dad came back home and they put everything back together and everything underneath the porch, the things that we keep underneath there. But at this point, I'm just kind of giving our table and chairs a good clean, trying to get all the pollen and all the things off of this. This was a Facebook Marketplace find. And as you can see, it's got some scratches and scuffs on it, but the pressure washer cleans it up, and it, you can still sit at it. It still works. It works for us. I may do a makeover on it a little later, but not right now. Right now, I just want to clean it up and move it to a different section and get everything cleaned and organized and ready for summer. So the patio is completely, I'll need swept off because stuff is blowing back on it. All that stuff that I showed you, I don't know, one of the videos, came off the oak trees, those little things, they stained. I did not know they were going to stain that bad, and I cannot get it out. So, yeah. And our patio is like, I don't know, I think the guy that lived here did different sections at different times because they're all three different, unfortunately. But, yeah. Okay. So this shows you just a little overview of how grimy and nasty the chairs were from sitting out in the weather all fall and winter, all seasons. But with a little bit of tender love and care, with the help of the good old pressure washer, we're going to get her clean. Okay, so I have, now that the porch is clean, and everything's pressure washed, I'm going to go ahead and decorate. I was able to get cushions. I have them laying out. I'm getting ready to put them on. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get decorating.
Down. No, you gotta slide in.
Gotta put it down.
You're right here. I can move it now. So, get off that step and then I'm good. This way or this way?
This way. No. With the back up against that wall.
Okay. So just exactly out.
With space in between.
Maybe just grab from the bottom. That's right.
No.
I just have an old crock that I cleaned out. I've had these outside before, and it's like the Cracker Barrel, the checkerboard, but I have the checkerboard in the wash right now. I pressure washed it off, and all of these are in here, so when I get it, I'll just drape it outside, but I'm gonna keep the checkerboard in there. Okay, so I decided I wanted to use the smaller rug on this section of the porch with the bench, but I looked down and I saw that the tag was there, so I'm going to flip it around because that kind of stuff just messes with my, I don't know. I guess I have like OCDs with certain things, but yeah, so I put the tag on the back side and I'll flip it under there, and yeah, I kind of like it. It kind of anchors the bench. I've decided I'm going to go ahead and just keep the bench for now, and we'll see. Right now it's staying kind of neat, so if I can convince my hubby to not put stuff over there so it doesn't get cluttered, then I'm okay with it. But when it starts to become a catch-all, it drives me crazy, but I do like it. Okay, so I picked up this rug because my other layer rug was kind of nasty. So I picked this one up. And
Told me to clean them. I'm cleaning them. You should have seen that. It's whatever. We gotta put it in.
Here, wait, look inside. Hold on. Make sure it's not low.
this is just an old, I think it's like a boxwood wreath. I got these on sale one year right after Christmas. They were in the clearance section of Walmart, and they have lights that are battery operated that are on there, and so I will typically just change out this for Valentine's Day. I'll have a heart hanging there, and so I found these little styrofoam stars, and I thought I would hang that there. Could be a little higher, but yeah, I can fix that. Okay, so I'm terrible at this vlogging thing. I just totally came out here and replanted some of these plants, and after I got done I was like, shoot, I didn't even film all that. Anyway, I don't even know what this thing is, but let me show you. This plant here was still from my husband's father's funeral. There was a greenery plant, and had a bunch of different plants, and he never wanted me to separate them or anything, and I told him they were going to strangle each other out. And he didn't think so, so I didn't want to touch it, and I left it alone. But all the plants have strangled each other out, and so they're all dead, which this one still has some green and life left, so I'm going to try to salvage this one. I'm gonna clip these dead things off, and hopefully this one will live. This I picked up, I don't know if you can say that, that's what it is. Purple heart, I got that part. But it says part sun, 3 to 6 hours. You water once weekly. I paid like 15 bucks for it. But I thought, since it was kind of viney, I had this big pot, and I thought I would put it in there. So that's what I did. I've got to get plants for those. Those I'm gonna hitch. They've been hit by the car from pulling up, and so they're cracked. But I've got to get some dirt for these and some flowers. I still have to get some flowers for hanging baskets. I'll get fresh dirt for those, and I still have to weed. That will all be on another day. That's not going to happen today because I still have all this to clean up. So yeah, I'm going to put these up on the porch though. I can't keep my glasses up. Okay, at this point, my daughter came out and she helped me. We had purchased a few plants for this little planter. I picked this up at Walmart when I was there so I could use it on the little table on the porch. And, well, I picked it out and she picked it out. And then I was like, well, maybe I don't need it. And she said, no, go ahead and get it. So she talked Mom into getting it. So I picked that up at Walmart when we were there, and it does look cute on the table, and she helped me. We just utilized the dirt that we already had in some of the other pots and just reused so that I didn't have to go buy any dirt right away. Person.
Is that the pot it was in?
Huh? No, this was in that pot. Along with all the other flowers that were from Pep's funeral. But
You are tearing that thing to shreds.
I don't know. Let's get rid of that one too. Alright. So my daughter just told me I can't keep my glasses up. They keep sliding down my nose. They need to be tightened. I've got new ones on the way. My daughter told me that's a pathetic looking plant, but I'm trying to salvage at least one plant from my father-in-law's funeral. Maybe. Fingers crossed. I'm not a plant person. I don't have a green thumb. Sorry. He's mowing. Yeah. So it's loud out here because he's mowing. But I don't have a green thumb. But, you know, do what you can do. I can't see because my glasses keep falling down.
I just want one.
I'm gonna need one for my face. Dirt I use. So I realize it's very small for the space, but I want to get a stand and sit right there and then have it sitting on it. So that'll come later. Okay, so at this point, I tried to do like a quick overview of everything that I had already finished on the porch so far. Um, the plants were planted, everything had been pressure washed, of course, and cleaned and set up and kind of decorated. So I was just trying to give you a view of what everything was looking like. Um, I was happy with how it turned out. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Um, I love the fact that I was able to get new cushions for those chairs. You know, I have not purchased new cushions for those chairs since we had the set, so it was nice to get fresh cushions. But yeah, the plants are planted. Um, you know, my husband was mowing that day. Everybody was working outside. It was just a really good day, just working together as a family, and enjoying the outdoors. We had great weather and just getting things accomplished together. But at this point, while I was doing the overview and I began to look back across the porch here, I remembered I have something that I can use for that plant. So I'm going to show you right now. After I give it a real quick clean, I still needed to wipe it off, but I remembered that I had this chair and I was like, I need a stand, a table. That's all I kept thinking of. But then it hit me, you have that chair. And so I quickly went inside and grabbed the cleaner and gave it a good clean, wiped it off top to bottom, and just, got all the pollen and all because I had not pressure washed this. It was still sitting out there, so I didn't want to get back out the pressure washer again. So I just decided to just clean it off, give it a little hand scrub, and yeah, I used it for the plant. And so you're about to see it turn out really cute. I like it a lot. Okay. Patio is cleaned. This table will be getting probably a makeover sometime this summer, hopefully. That is possibly something I might be doing. It was a Facebook Marketplace deal, and yeah, so it's pretty scratched up, and but I may give it a paint job and freshen it up. We'll see. So that's if I have time. I have quite a few other projects and things I've got lined up that I want to do, but it still works. It's still decent condition. Pressure washed, everything's off. So yeah. So have our spout thing. I gotta get a new one of these for our dryer because the little top floppy thing broke off, and yeah, so, and then the fire pit is ready. All of this is clean, so it'll be ready for tomorrow. My daughter has a party for Memorial Weekend with all of her friends, and then those are down there for a little small garden. I'm not sure if we're going to leave them on the patio or put them out in the grass, but right now they're down there out of the way. Those are my brooms and things for my bus. I was wondering where my husband put those. I was out here looking for them, and that's where he put them. So I have to put those away yet. I got to get a plant for my hanging basket, and I'm probably going to hang my hummingbird feeder up there and then hang that somewhere else because the squirrels like to get on that. But that's the view from this direction, and everything. Those are like the little candles for bugs, and then my husband's got to figure out where he wants all the buckets, but we haul those for chicken feed and different things up to the chickens up there. And yeah, so that's everything for the patio, and the porch is all done as well, but the patio is completely finished. Looks so much cleaner, even though some of those things, they stained so bad, and I could not get it off no matter how much but it's okay. It looks way better than what it was, a lot cleaner, and yeah, so much nicer. And my husband mowed, so it's so pretty when it's mowed. That's the backyard. Eventually, hopefully we'll have a fence going across all these little posts coming up. They've been there forever. But hopefully that will be this year. Now the porch right here is still an issue. This has to be cleaned. That's chicken feed goes in there. And so that's usually where it sits, this section, which I hate. That's why I would love to get a cabinet here. Then you wouldn't see it. It would be behind closed doors, and it would be neater, because all of that over there is so much nicer and so much neater. But yeah, the wreath is lit up. And everything is done. But yeah, so it's so pretty when it's mowed. The birds. Hey friends, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Thank you so much for clicking on another video. If you like what you saw and enjoyed this video, please hit that like and subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you once again for joining me. I want to end here with just some scenes of the sunset as the evening was coming to a close. All that hard work and effort had finally paid off. The porch is ready for summer, and so is the patio. And I also want to just take a moment to admire my husband's lines. He loves to brag about his lines when he mows. So let's give him a thumbs up. And Lord willing, friends, there'll be another one. Bye.